Hi, beautiful people. Reverend Teresa here, and now I want to talk to you about one of the buzzwords, creating abundance, right? What is abundance? Abundance could be considered, most people think about money when they think about abundance, but abundance is so much more than money. Abundance is having an overflow of all that you need. And in this world, we need connections, we need community, so healthy relationships, we need time, not only for work and for our family, but for ourselves, and of course, then there are the material things. And so financial objectives, what have you. So creating abundance is really about embodying the frequency that you're trying to create. And so if you are in a state where your needs aren't being met, the best way to get out of that is to check out my video on coherence and do that practice of coherence. And then afterwards, just sit and imagine all of your needs being met, okay? Whether that's your rent, your food, your debt, whatever it may be. Imagine yourself with all of those needs being met and hold that feeling and that vision as much as you can. Now, in the beginning, when you close your eyes to vision, you might only see black, right? But a trick to this is to just imagine you were to see a screen, like a movie theater, right? And from that place, imagine yourself on the screen. You don't have to actually see it at first, you just have to imagine that you can. Imagine that you can see yourself in this movie screen and all of your needs being met. And you will be in the frequency of all of your needs being met. And then that's when the magic starts happening. Because once you're vibrating at that rate, you're no longer vibrating at the rate of, oh, I'm scared. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Instead, you are embodying the frequency in which you wish to create, and then you become a vibrational match. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. One of the stories that really hammered this in, I met this woman at a conference, and Lord knows I can't remember her name right now, but she was from Mexico, and she grew up really poor. Her parents had a orphanage, and basically she came to America, and I don't think they wanted her to. I don't know. She didn't have any support from her family. And next thing you know, she was homeless. And she was playing basketball. She was playing basketball. She broke her collarbone, could no longer play basketball. And so she ended up on the street somehow with no shoes. And someone ended up picking her up and letting her sleep on their couch. And to show her gratitude, she made them salsa. And this is why your friends matter so much, right? It was just random people that befriended her. And so she ended up getting a job. She was doing like interior design or something. And she made her friends salsa. They loved it. They entered her salsa into a contest, and she ended up winning #1 for salsa. And from that place, she was encouraged by her friends to start a salsa company. And so she did. And she tried to get it sold, and she went everywhere but Whole Foods, because she was like, they're too bougie for me, right? And everyone told her no. And so finally, she went to Whole Foods, and she got like a $4 million contract on her first try. And she talks about this. What she did in the intermediate point was she went to a consignment shop, and she bought real fancy clothes for very cheap, and she embodied her vision of being uber successful and pretended like she was. She kind of faked it till she made it, right? And next thing you know, she's got a $4 million contract. And so this story and so many other lives has happened over and over and over again. And as a historian, one of the things that really got me riled up in college was that everything that was created ever, whether it's the creation of America, my t-shirts or sweater, this beautiful artwork behind me, it all starts the same as the civil rights movement, right? The invention of the automobile. All of these things start the same, with the belief that it was possible and inspired action towards that goal. So no, I'm not telling you to just pretend and stop, right? I'm saying embody the frequency, visualize and feel what it would feel like so that you could imprint that frequency into your body, and then take inspired action towards your goals, whatever they may be. And if you don't have a goal, then I invite you to sit in meditation and ask your higher power, however you identify, what my mission, I wonder what my mission is. Divine Creator, thank you for revealing my mission and my purpose in life. Another way is you can look into something like your gene keys, and you can get a free gene key report and look at your gene keys. It's going to show you your purpose, your mission. And I haven't met one person that saw their gene keys and was like, no, that ain't me. It's pretty much been aligned dramatically for everyone I've worked with and everyone I know that has experienced it. But that can start giving you some framework. It's not going to tell you you're meant to do this. It's going to, like a specific, it's going to say this is the general area, and that can spark your creativity and your own imagination to help you define what your purpose and mission is. And so when you're in alignment with what you're truly here to create, doors magically open for you. And so that is how you create abundance. You have to visualize and feel it, and then you have to consciously choose to embody it while taking divinely inspired action towards your goal. And it doesn't have to be leap and bounds. It can be baby steps, right? If you need to start a business, it might be registering your LLC or developing your mission or vision or values and value statement, right? You can start small. You don't have to imagine taking on this big thing instantaneously. You just look at what is the big picture and reverse engineer the steps it's going to take to get there. And then you take the steps that you feel appropriate. Consistent baby steps is really what is the kindest way to grow something for yourself. And so that is my talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it helpful. Please tell me in the comments, do you have any struggles around abundance, mindsets, or creation? And how do you feel? Like, do you feel strongly connected to your intuition, or do you feel like you're shooting in the dark? Thank you so much for your feedback and your comments. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great night.